Hi, Saturday, the 4th of September. I hope everyone is as well as possible. I just wanted to talk about something that really struck home for me the other night, in the early hours for me of the 3rd of September, when I woke up, and I don't know why, but suddenly at about 3 o'clock, after following a true crime case that's going on at the moment, a high-profile case regarding the disappearance of a 5-year-old girl in Tennessee. And lately I've whittled down who I follow within the true crime community. And one of the people that I do follow and rate very highly is a lady whose channel is called Chasing Truth. And she's been on YouTube quite a long time and works very thoroughly using facts and critical thinking, and has a tremendous personality, humour and empathy and compassion and strength for victims and survivors in these crimes, whether it be SA or trafficking or whatever that it may be linked to any particular crime that she looks into, and she researches it really, really thoroughly. And I really do take my hat off to her. So the other night, when I woke up very suddenly, as I say, at about 3 o'clock, I had just happened to see she was doing a reaction video, as she does, and she's very real. She talks about all sorts as she goes, and she's got a great humour to her, and something that draws you in, that not many have, in a good, thorough way. And she began to talk about this particular 5-year-old missing girl and the reaction video, as I say, and within that, as often happens, as we all know, within the chat and everything else on the side, the issue of sex trafficking came up. And she told us a story briefly about somebody that she knows that has been helping young girls, people, or boys, who have escaped from trafficking. And the fact that this lady has done it out of the goodness of her heart and has worked tirelessly. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it, in case you're interested to hear what she's actually involved in. So this lady, Selena, has a farm called Hope for Me Farm and Hope's Honey out in America. And she works tirelessly to help with human trafficking and helping raise awareness and supporting people. And for the past 7 years, Selena, who is a survivor, leader, speaker, consultant and advocate, has trained law enforcement and classroom professionals and written age-appropriate curriculums on trafficking for schools. And Selena has gone further, creating a safe space on her family farm in Maine for survivors of trafficking, which she calls Hope for Me. And this sanctuary offers survivors a place to heal, recover, further their education and learn life skills and trades to ensure that they can maintain a sustainable income. She says, I look back and realise I didn't really have much of a chance. I was 6 years old and in kindergarten the first time I was trafficked, and 7 years old when I was used in child abuse materials. I was sold and exploited for 10 years as a child and teenager, a decade enslaved. And Selena continues, One of the hardest challenges of surviving human trafficking was the loss of my human dignity. I went from a little girl who survived the unspeakable to a woman who was haunted by her past and had to relearn everything. The path to my healing was both beautiful and brutal. So, as I say, and as I've just stated, she has this Hope for Me farm and Hope Honey. She has bees, which she hopes to help, raise monies towards what she does. And she takes people in to look after them. And Selina has done this all out of her own pocket, if you like, for the reasons that she's been through and to help others. And I will add a little bit of a video that Chasing Truth did when she talked to her the other night. Selina and her children, the animals on the farm, are now facing the possible foreclosure of this farm, and she needed some money to try to keep this farm going. Now, I'm just going to highlight the fact that she hasn't come forward herself and asked for help. And the other night, as I say, when I was on, it came up in the conversation on Chasing Truth's channel about Selina, who Chasing knows, and what she does, and the fact that she was going to potentially lose this farm, as she had run out of money and had no way of raising any, and had set up a GoFundMe. She is not somebody I can tell that begs for money, and it's been hard for her. But she's a hard worker, and as I say, she's provided for her children and built her own business and helping her own community. The farm provides a safe place for minor victims of human trafficking and abuse to heal and recover. Due to COVID, she may lose all she has built in a blink of an eye. So within her GoFunding, she's asking for even $1 if you've got it, or £1, or wherever you come from. And if you can't donate, then at least could you share her GoFundMe? Selina is living proof that with hope anything is possible. And I'll put some links in that are on her GoFundMe page for people to read about the anti-trafficking movement and all the people involved who are trying to help these children. So you can see for yourselves exactly the truth of the matter. But as I say, when I was watching in the early hours the other night of the 3rd of September, and it was within the chat that that it was raised about Selina, and it was purely by chance, genuinely, that Chasing brought Selina's name into the conversation, because it sort of related to what everyone was talking about. And there was about 800 or 900 people in the chat, so as we all know, it whizzes by. But we were learning more about it, and Chasing was explaining about it. And I'm just going to put in a little snippet after I finish talking about Chasing, and she's talking to camera, because gradually, over an hour, people, without asking, just began to go to the GoFundMe page after the link was put in the chat and donate whatever they had. And it was just one of those moments that I was so glad to capture and try to help towards, or raise awareness towards. And I've asked Chasing if it's okay if I can put this on my channel about this. Now, I'm not somebody that will say, please donate, please do this, please do that. That's not how I work. But I feel it is a huge issue, human trafficking, with young people, as we all know. And anyone like Selina, when you read the history, which will be on the link on her GoFundMe page, when you read what they do out of the goodness of their heart and through their own experience and what they've learned is just phenomenal, and it really touched me. So I would just like to share it with you. So we did raise, or rather, sorry, it was raised on the chat, a great amount towards helping her keep her Hope for Me, her farm and her business. But obviously we need more help, or she needs more help rather. So if anyone is kind enough to look at the links and read about it on the GoFundMe link that I'll put in the description and every other link within that, I would be very grateful. It's entirely up to you what you do and how you feel. And I'd just like to say to Chasing, thank you for raising this, and I really do admire you. Take care, everybody. Carrie Pink.
There are a lot of good people left. Maybe I found them all. I might have found all the good people. Let me see something. Oh my God, I'm up so late. Oh, wait. I have her phone number. I do have her phone number. She's probably not going to answer. She doesn't know this number. Thank you, Roberts girl. I'm gonna text her. Oh my gosh. All the ugly tears. All right, I texted her. $77.56. Liars. Stop it right now. I called her, but Eric said she shuts her phone off. There's no possible way. You guys are unfucking real. Another $1,000? I bet it's blank screen. I bet it is. He's really actually sweet. Change forever for being you. Thank you, changed. We're almost at. There's Selena. Where? I don't see Selena anywhere. Selena, it worked. I was calling you from my phone. They wanted to hear you. Yeah, it worked. She's here. I texted you. I think that's your number. We pasted it. Yeah, I'll call you.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi. What the heck is going on?
I don't know. Eric mentioned the GoFundMe, and I started talking about it, and people have donated $7,756. So you reached your goal.
What? What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No.
I swear.
Is this a joke?
It's not. Go look. I swear to God.
Oh my God, no.
I promise you. I didn't. I was like 70. What? How much?
Sorry.
No, don't be.
What?
We were all crying too. I know. It's crazy.
Oh my god.
I know. We've been crying too. It's over 8,000 now.
You guys.
We were reading your story about the bees and the people, so.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
I know. We were all crying in here.
Oh my god. Sorry, I'm sorry.
They did this in under an hour.
What?
Yeah, they did this in under an hour. There were like 2 anonymous donations of $1,000. I was like, what in the world is happening?
Oh my god. You guys.
That's why we wanted to wake you up, because we were
I
so
can
sure.
pay you back.
No,
I
you're
can
not
pay
going
you
to pay us back anything. Are you crazy?
Okay, I'm calming down, calming down. Wow, what? Oh my god.
Yeah,
Do you
everybody's.
understand what that means?
Well, hopefully that you don't have to leave your farm.
I could help them. I could keep helping them.
Yeah, you can.
I've lived here longer than I've lived anywhere in my life. Like, when I got divorced, I needed a way to make money. I wasn't allowed to drive and stuff, so I had to, like, figure it out, you know? My girls needed me, and I started keeping bees. I figured that helps the world, and then I was like, you know what? There's no places for minors to go. And when you have a 13-year-old that's at a bus stop call you, and they want to put her in a juvenile detention, because there's no place to go after she's been trafficked.
Yeah.
And I have to go to a bus stop and bring her to my house, which technically I wasn't supposed to do back then, but I'm not going to let a 13-year-old live on the street.
Of course.
And I was like, I need to do something. Like, I need these girls and even boys need a place to go after this. They should never be put in jail.
Right.
The victims. And I don't know how it just happened, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And
Eric had
it was
told
gonna
me.
end.
Yeah, Eric told me the story in an email, and then I looked you up. And then I looked up the GoFundMe, and I'm like, okay, so she's definitely legit. She's been doing this a while. And then I knew what your story was.
I'm very real. I even used my real name on stupid YouTube. I probably shouldn't do that.
Probably not. T. Bori's got to know what's going on. She just came in.
It's
It's
Oh,
amazing.
there's so much good in this world.